Mainland China have released their first ever official Pokemon TCG set. It's called Hong Kong Chu Shi, which means emerge from the blue or come out of nowhere when translated from the simplified Chinese text. This literally describes the set because it actually came out of nowhere. To make our lives easier, we can just call this the base set of There are 3 types of booster boxes included in the set that feature Charizard, Rayquaza, and Sylveon. I know some of you might be confused if you've seen Chinese Pokemon cards before. If you're new to my channel, I made a video previously explaining this as the first release ever for mainland China in Simplified Chinese as of 2022. The sets you might be thinking about are the ones released in Taiwan and Hong Kong, whether it's base set from the year 2000 or the modern revival sets All-Stars Collection and Dreams Come True from 2019, all printed in the traditional Chinese language. You might have also heard of these modern sets referred as the Chinese Hidden Fate sets, since they included the shiny Pokemon cards that we've seen from the English and Japanese sets, Hidden Fates and Ultra Shiny GX. You might be even more confused to hear that the mainland China sets are starting in the Sun and Moon era, while the rest of the world is finishing up in the Sword and Shield era. Guys, I'm not making the rules here, that's what Pokemon China decided to do. But for the details on mainland China's first ever release, not to fear, the cards are printed in Japan and therefore will share the same card quality as Japanese cards. They'll just have the international card backings. The simplified Chinese Pokemon cards will also have silver borders or hollow borders depending on the rarity, and any secret rare cards will have fine texturing just like the Japanese Pokemon cards. However, I know some of you might still fear that these cards might be fake or eventually fakes of these cards will be made. Fortunately, Pokemon China are aware of this fear and have taken multiple measures against potential counterfeits that may appear later on. I will show these details later in the opening portion of the video. But for those who are dying to know what are in these sets themselves, not only will we see various cards from the Sun and Moon era, but also the shiny variants of the GX full arts. Also, we will have lots of full art trainers releasing in this set and also full art GX cards. Keep in mind, Taiwan and Hong Kong did not release any non-shiny GX full art cards. So this is one way to distinguish between the Pokemon card releases in mainland China from the releases in Taiwan and Hong Kong. For me, this is exciting news because I was a bit sad at first when there were no full art, non-shiny GX Rayquaza cards in the Chinese language. I know that was a lot of information, but I hope you have at least learned something new about mainland China's base set. If you're still confused, I'm probably going to go through all the details again at some point during the opening, so please pay attention. Anyways, please like, subscribe, and let's start ripping some packs. Alrighty, look at what we have here. One of the first base sets in mainland China. There's also a Charizard box and there's also a Sylveon box. But before we get into the opening, there's one important thing I need to bring up, just so none of us get confused and we know what we're getting into. One thing I want to bring up is actually an old set that was released in 2019 in Taiwan and Hong Kong. Again, this is in mainland China this year, 2022. This is 2019, Taiwan and Hong Kong. This is called Dreams Come True. Completely irrelevant, but they still have Sun and Moon cards, just like this set. The main reason I want to bring this up is if you look on the back here, it says made in Japan, of course, same card stock as Japanese cards, made in Taiwan, no, for sale in Taiwan and Hong Kong only, whereas this box on the back here says also printed in Japan for those who are curious, but only for sale in mainland China only. And for those multi-language businesses that do refer my videos but still get the languages wrong, please pay attention because this is very important. So if you look at the two, so these logos here say Pokemon in Chinese. This is traditional Chinese. No, this is traditional Chinese and this is simplified Chinese. They are not the same. For all the people who have given me lots of political shit about all this being the same, it's not. They're completely different texts. I'm sorry for the rant, guys. I just got to get this out of my system so all of us know what we're talking about. Again, mainland China does simplified Chinese, Taiwan and Hong Kong, traditional Chinese. You don't even have to understand the languages. These two, this is a lot simplified more than this. Is a lot more complex, just so you can see it, and also completely different art boxes. And for those who are also a bit scared, you know, Chinese cards are known for being fake. These aren't, because Pokemon China have taken measures against counterfeit items. They put a little holographic badge here, or sticker, whatever you want to call it, and of course this little sign here, not for the ages between 0 and 3 if you want to take that into account. So, you know, little things. There's nothing on the bottom of the box. The production mark is all over here, and also their website. So there you go. You can't really tell me that's fake. Without further ado, let's get on with the opening. I'm excited, actually. And if you love Sun and Moon, you're in for a treat because they brought it back. No Sword and Shield yet. They're gonna take their time. Pokemon Taiwan did the same thing, except they started within Pokemon Sun and Moon era, whereas Now they're starting in Sword and Shield, but still Sun and Moon. I like the green of this box, by the way. Lots of Rayquazas. Actually, there's only like 3 different Rayquazas, I believe, in this set. So hopefully we can pull them. And one thing I'm really happy to see is that actually Pokemon Mainland China have brought in full art cards in Simplified Chinese. The traditional Chinese cards didn't have that. We only had the shiny GX variants. We didn't have any of the full art. So 30 packs per booster box, 5 cards per pack. It might be the same card trick as the Japanese card, so let's test it out. We have Charjabug, one of my favorite bug types. I do see something in the back in the back slot, so I think we did the card trick correctly. Electrike. Oh, it's been a long time. We have Koki Saito, Electrike. The saddlebag here, and we have the distinguishable Sun and Moon Holo, so you can see for yourself. This is printed in Japan, same Japanese cardstock with the hollow borders, just with the international backings, as I've mentioned so many times before. Pay attention, all you multi-language businesses that refer my videos. Okay, I can't guarantee that there's going to be a holo in each pack, but I can guarantee most likely though there's probably going to be a secret rare. We have Trico. Very nice. Dartrix. Oh yes, and we have this new cool reverse holo. And of course too, so actually you can see it on the bottom here. They've also taken another measure to fight against counterfeits. They put a very, very subtle Pokemon logo down there. Very, very cool. And also very unique reverse holo that's unique to Simplified Chinese cards. So okay, so for the reverse holo, it's in a different slot to the holos, but I'm still going to do that one to the front card trick. So, and I don't need to use scissors because these are the same quality as Japanese packs. Easy to open compared to Korean packs, for example. With Kawaii, Shedinja, Alolan, Meowth. This is how you know we're back in the Alolan era. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to catch up, but we'll see. We have a Prism Star Darkrai. This looks really cool, actually, with the black borders. The energy card there, very nice. So first, really cool hit. I guess you could consider it like a holo rarity, but it's a Prism Star. PR, Prism Rarity. I guess that's what they'll call them there, if that's correct. Okay, on to the next pack. Again, it could be possible that we could see like a wild card secret rare, like a gold card that has happened in the previous Chinese releases. Again, similar to Japanese pull rates. We have Dratini, we have Ninjask, we have Oricorio. Oh, and we have Return of the Shiny cards. I think it's like 2 or 3 per booster box. I've seen this so many times, but interestingly enough, the traditional Chinese cards have the hollow borders, whereas the Simplified Chinese baby shiny specifically will have the silver borders, just like the Japanese version. So that's a very interesting difference to note if you want to keep note of the differences. So, and again, we only have grass, lightning, and dark types in the set. The traditional Chinese ones will have like 6 different types. So very different to this release. It's going to be completely different card lists. All right, got Steenie, got Bounce, I forgot the name of that one. We have Shuckle, and then, oh, look at that, we have Mars. I think Mars is also a full art. Actually, interestingly enough, if you're a full art trainer fan, this whole set, well, this set has, I think, entirely female waifu trainers, although they are distributed between the Sylveon, the Charizard, and the Rayquaza sets. But I believe one of the chases probably is like the Lily with the hat. There's Lily in another set too, so expect a lot of Lilies coming in. We have Raichu holographic, and they released that special Lily box with the Battle Boost version, the one with the rainbow backgrounds. That one specifically has its own collection box, so it's not going to be pullable. But there are other Lilies, so you don't miss out, because I know that box was very, very limited. A lot of people lined up in mainland China for that. Oh my gosh, I have not seen a GX card in ages. We've been so knee-deep in the Sword and Shield era, I almost forgot what these felt like. But again, similar to the Japanese card stock, I do like them a lot better than the English cards. No offense to the English card fans. It just looks and feels a lot better and more sturdy. One to the front. We have a Spiritomb. So yes, as far as we've seen, no guaranteed holo cards. Sometimes you get the reverse holos, sometimes you get the GXs, etc., or the baby shinies. So each pack is interesting. I love this Voltorb. Very nice with the electric typing. It's very bold. So if there's like a particular Pokemon that you like in the set, this is very nice and collectible in my opinion. Like, for example, if there was a Rayquaza common card that had that reverse holo, I totally collect that. You know, little variants like that make collecting really fun. Okay, we have Whitney. Oh my goodness, she cursed my whole experience with Crystal version. Pachirisu, Noibat, and Vikavolt. I was going to say Gigalith. It is not the Pokemon. Vikavolt, one of my favorite bug Pokemon. I don't know why. A lot of the Pokemon names eventually get mixed up when you've seen so many of them. All right, one to the front. We have not hit our SR yet, so we still have a while to go. Rowlet. So hope you guys, aren't too sick of the Sun and Moon Pokemon cards. We have another shiny. We have shiny Guzzlord, my favorite Ultra Beast. Looks really nice. Do you guys prefer it with the hollow borders or with the silver borders? Comment below. I'm very interested because that is the big distinguisher between the two types of cards in Chinese. Of course, traditional versus simplified. Let's not forget. And if you guys are still confused, please rewatch the intro. I'm trying my best to make this easy and understandable for all of you. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, we have Combi there. Oh, there's our secret rare. It's definitely not the best, but we definitely got something. Yeah, it's a. I mean, I know a lot of Golisopod fans. It's actually pretty nice card with the green background. It actually matches the Rayquaza, so it's really cool. Don't click off the video yet though, because if we do pull a trainer, that's usually a wild card or a gold card. There's like I think 10 gold cards in this set. Really big set, so there's so many possibilities. Whenever you're opening these type of sets, even the Charizard one, even the Sylveon one. All right, we have another Ultra Beast holo there. Again, haven't seen the Sun and Moon holos for quite a while. I do prefer them though over the Sword and Shield holos. I just like the clean, smooth, non-linear pattern. That's why I also am excited for the Scarlet and Violet era. What kind of holo foil are we going to see? And oh, there we have another Guzzlord. Very nice. It's very bold. They did a good job with the printing and everything looks like really good quality. Again, Japanese print run for those who are curious. It was very plausible that China would have printed their own cards, especially because the country's so big, and I feel a little bit bad for Japan sometimes that they have to print for so many countries. Thailand, Indonesia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan itself with the one of the highest demands, Alola and Exeggutor, and of course last but not least, now mainland China. So we'll see where that goes. Korea, obviously South Korea is excluded because they have their own card stock. They're very independent, they do their own thing. But, the quality does suffer a bit since they've taken that route. So I'm kind of enjoying the Japanese card quality with the simplified Chinese cards. We have Vileplume again with the logo. You'll also see them on the holo cards, which is very nice. I think anything that's like rarity of R or higher, you'll probably see that rarity. And of course, the reverse holos, let's not forget that. So let's keep going. I'm still very curious as to how many GX cards and also baby shinies. Let's not forget those. So it's kind of like the Taiwanese and Hong Kongese base set release where they also had the shinies. Some people called it like Chinese Hidden Fates. This is kind of similar, just a little bit more diluted because the chances of you pulling that is a lot less. And yes, also down here I did catch the Pokemon logo, I believe. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's just on that line between the silver portions of the edge of the card. So those are there too for your reference. Okay. Next, this is very educational, not just for you, but also for me, because now I get to actually see this in person. I've read up about these a lot. I've seen the commercials and, some other people open it, but it's really cool to see it in person. So yeah, just to reassure you guys, the logo's down there. Very nice reverse holo foil. I do like the normal energy there. But I think the other colors clash or, contrast better with the silver borders. Okay, we're just more than halfway through this box. We have the pre-evolution of Substrika, Alolan, Meowth, so much Guzzlord in this set, which is I'm not complaining about it. Of course, if it's Sun and Moon, we're going to have a lot of Ultra Beasts. And also too, because there's only 3 types in this set, you're going to have a limited selection. I believe, of course, Rayquaza is in the set. If it's a colorless Pokemon, there's a high chance they'll be pretty much evenly distributed amongst the 3 sets. We have Sceptile, very nice with the grass logo there, by Mitsuhiro Arita. So if you're collecting Arita cards, this is another good one to get because it's a variant. You want to have, your own unique variety of cards. All right, let's hope for another SR pull if we're lucky enough. Alolan Muck. We have Flaffy, Gloom, Purloin. Oh, and a Hoopa GX. Very clean looking. Again, really prefer the Japanese cardstock. It looks like the holo foil isn't too much, which is what I like about them. You don't want them blinding you at the same time. Okay. What would I hope to pull? I'm not too sure. I think mainly my main chases for the set were either the Rayquazas, the shiny one, or the full art, but again, the chances of pulling those are so low. We have Zapdos holographic by Kawaii, very eerie looking type of artwork, which is very nice. And I think we have, these are very small packs. Oh, and one thing I do want to bring up. So in mainland China, another big distinguisher, you're going to have 5 card packs, which are going to be in these Japanese type booster boxes. And you're also going to have 25 card packs. I don't know why that became a thing. It looks fun to open. And I believe they inserted some of those in the Lily collection boxes. But that's a thing. 25 cards in one pack. I'm not really sure if it's really worth like having though, unless you're playing the TCG, because a lot of it's going to be common cards. You do have a bunch of holos and, you know, perhaps a shiny pull or a GX pull, but it's a different type of pack. I think I still prefer my small, you know, 5-card packs. Minimize the waste, minimize the bulk. I just want to get my chase cards and, you know, maybe collect some of the artist cards that I go after or some of my favorite Pokemon. We have Vespiquen and Rotom. Again, very cool. I do like this reverse holo a lot. I will keep note of this because I do collect a lot of the reverse holos that we've seen over time. Pokemon always go out of their way to impress us with new designs every generation. Props to them for always being creative. Sableye. I'm sure you guys have seen these cards so many times, but of course, paying attention to the details that the simplified Chinese cards are introducing to us this time. But yes, we have, I think, 5 packs. The 30 packs feel like forever, but at the same time too, you never know what's going to happen. So let's just keep going here. Spearow. This is the second Drampa I've pulled, interestingly enough. So you can get repeats. That's not abnormal. Don't be afraid. Again, if it's made in Japan, I don't think it's going to be fake, especially with, you know, the little holographic symbol on the back of the box. That's one big way you can reassure yourself. I don't think, you know, fake printing factories will go that far. Okay, we have Alolan Golem, Olivia in the back. Do love the holo foil. Nice and smooth. All right, second to last pack, third to last pack. Again, these packs are so flat. Little bag Execute by Yukamori. We have Mareep. Oh, there's our, okay, so we have 3 shinies. There we go, another one of the Ultra Beasts, and we have Alolan Raticate. Let's go ahead and put this in the sleeve. This is very, very clean. I do like this a lot. Again, it's the shiny form, so let's remember that. And then we have second to last pack. Let's get a little hard to open. There we go. That whole half just flew off. I had to put so much force in that one. All right, I have Kamala, Bounce Sweet, that's the name. Oddish. Oh, this is a really good reverse holo to pull. We have Pikachu. This is adored by Sorota, one of my favorite artists as well. This is a nice Pikachu. This is the type of like reverse holos you'd see in like a collection box, but no, this, you have to actually pull this from the set. I don't know what the chances are of pulling that Pikachu, but I can imagine not very high because the set's so big. All right, last pack. I hope this has been very educational for you guys. I doubt we're going to pull anything massive from this one, but hey, it's worth a shot. We have Jumpluff. Yeah, so I think you can assume if you pull the reverse holo, that's going to be the highlight of the pack. So there we have it. I hope you guys have learned a lot about simplified Chinese cards, again, from mainland China, not Taiwan or Hong Kong. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you want to see more multi-language content. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.